Good morning. Welcome to the off-season, sponsored by Bond Financial Services. Guys, August here already, going by fast.
Yes, much too fast. We've got to slow it down a bit. And Joe and Chris, a quick shout-out. This is the 35th anniversary. It happened in 1979. Country Club of Greenfield, Rick Sigda, 9 consecutive birdies, set an amateur record. He made Sports Illustrated. He was the talk of Western New England. Congrats again to Rick Sigda of Greenfield.
Yeah, that was a worldwide, that was known worldwide, the amateur record for the most consecutive birdies up here at Greenfield Country Club. That's unbelievable.
I think Tony Kelly had 8 in a row down at Ellington Ridge in a Connecticut section tournament. Boy, that's amazing. Good one there, Bob. Hey, good morning, Chris. Good morning, Robert. Listen, I've got a shout-out. One of our sponsors and his wife, Doug and Lisa Reel, won the Scotch at Stockbridge last weekend. Gosh, you know, Bob and Chris, Chris, of course, you know, that's a very, very good Scotch tournament. And to win in that field is a compliment. Dougie said that Lisa played very, very well. So we're going to shout them out. Chris and Cindy finished second, Bob, so good job for them.
Yeah, so we'll give a little bit more of a shout-out this time to Lisa, who's been playing really well. And on that golf course and that event, the female partner is very important. So shout-out to Lisa there. Cindy played super also and let us finish second. But good shout-out, Joe. And it is now time for our Socha Signs Athlete of the Week. As always, check out sochasigns.com. What do you got?
Boy, guys, I'll tell you, this wasn't real hard. Social Sign Athlete of the Week, Wilbraham native and Wilbraham and Munson's student, Matthew Nomak, can now say he's the Massachusetts Junior Champion. He birdied 3 of his last 5 holes this past Wednesday on the way to shooting a 70 at Neshotic up in Concord, Mass. He finished 1 shot ahead of Matt Organizak of Neshotic and Ludlow's Dave McCauley, I believe it's announced. Chris shot a 74 and finished tied for 3rd. So good job for him as well. But Matt has the United States Amateur coming up at the Atlantic Athletic Club on August 11th through 17th. So great job for Matt, another state junior champion out of Western Massachusetts.
Well, Bob, I believe it's the first time since 1992 that Western Mass has both the state amateur and the state junior champ. 92, Trevor Gilski of the Berkshires won the amateur at Long Meadow Country Club. And Ryan Pelis of Northampton, I believe, won the state junior. So 22 years, it's a long time coming. But, you know, in that junior, Bob, it's the deck is stacked against anyone from Western Mass. Very rarely is the tournament here, and at a younger age, it's a little harder to travel and know the golf courses, whereas the kids in the eastern part of the state play those courses and know them well, and that's why they've had an advantage over the years, I believe. But Matthew, he's been playing great for a few years now.
Well, he has, and I've been reading about him. We all have since he was 9 or 10 years old, playing great golf. And you're right, the local qualifying leads to the Eastern Mass all the time for the state junior. We had it at the Orchard, you recall, in maybe 94 or 5, and that was a great event there. But Matthew's playing great, and, you know, they go to Eastern Mass to play, and the first thing they got to do is find out where all the McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts are.
We still do that.
And get the good location and then zero in on the golf. So congratulations, Matt. Wonderful job.
Yeah, listen, I want to pass along one more bit of congratulations to Orchards member John Kelly, who qualified this past Monday at the ranch for the United States Mid-Amateur by shooting a 70. And he'll head down to Saucon Valley Country Club for the tournament September 6th and 11th. You know, that my mother took me there when I was a kid. Her family was a member, or were members at Saucon Valley Country Club. I guess I played 9 holes with my mother. She said we had a good time. I don't remember the match, but I'm sure she kicked my butt. That was a long time ago. But I think there were 3 swimming pools, and it was quite a place. So John Kelly, great job. Good luck. And what a 2-week period he's had, Chris and Bob. 12 days ago, he won the Massachusetts State Amateur. Then he won at Twin Hills last weekend. And now he's off to Saucon Valley in September. So, boy, he's on a hot streak.
Yeah, Twin Hills member John Kelly. Good job. Welcome back to the off-season, sponsored by Bond Financial Services. And Joe, it's always fun having Paul Lambert in here. He really has a lot of passion for what he does over there at the Hope Hall. And
it's a great week in Springfield, Chris, coming up.
Yeah, that's for sure. But, well, as we tape this on Thursday around noontime, we know that John Lester has been dealt to the Oakland Athletics, along with Johnny Gomes, by the way, for Cespedes. And Bob has been our resident general manager of baseball over the time he's spent with us on the show. And, Joe, you're never short with opinion. So I'm kind of going to throw this out to both of you guys and see what you think about what happened as of Thursday noontime. Bob?
Well, yes. At this moment, our friend Lester is going to Oakland, and we're getting a real, they're trading their cleanup hitter. He won the home run derby this year, which I didn't happen to see, but he's got 17 homers. He's a power hitter. Joe, we're getting a cleanup hitter. He's going to go right behind Ortiz. He'll probably bat fourth, Napoli fifth, a little protection there, or a little coverage for Poppy. What are you thinking here? If he mixes in the clubhouse, first of all, he's got to have a letdown himself. He's got to head to the local grill room and have a couple of Diet Colas and say, gosh, I've gone from a possible World Series to the Boston Red Sox. But let's see. How do you think he's going to deal with it?
Well, Bob, your point about Oakland giving up a cleanup hitter while they're first place, they're going to make the playoffs. That doesn't happen too often. Usually you're picking up a pitcher for the postseason at this point, but you usually don't. If you're in contention, you don't give up a key player for that. You give up prospects. Does that give you a little bit of, are you wondering whether or not he's a troubled player because of something like that?
Well, I was a little disappointed that his average was only about 256. Looking at Oakland, I had a chance to check in with Dan Shaughnessy a while ago. He just back from the barber shop with that poodle cut. But, Oakland has 4 starters with an ERA of under 3. So they've got great pitching. They've added Lester. So they're looking for postseason. But, Joe, I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say this. There was a rock group about 10 years ago, and they had a song called I'm the King of Wishful Thinking. That was a group called Go West. Of all things, that's where Lester's going. And we know that he's a rental player. And the guys we're talking this morning, they doubt that Oakland will actually ever come up with $130 or $140 million and actually sign him, and that he'll go to another bidder after the hopefully the World Series victory for Oakland. And they're all optimistic. There's a young lady at Dunkin' Donuts this morning. She was a little upset, and I tried to comfort her at that moment. We could technically re-sign Lester at the end of the World Series. His market value is about $140 for 5 or 6 years, and with the hometown discount, one expert said maybe for $1.25 we could re-sign John Lester. Can we put any credibility to that thought, Joe?